10 things WWE got wrong at WrestleMania 34. Number 10. Rush Smackdown Tag Team Match. Can anybody really remember what actually happened during the Smackdown Live Tag Team match at WrestleMania 34? Easily one of the most forgettable matches on the entire card, with the most memorable moment being some little people dressed up as pancakes rolling down the ring alongside the New Day. When you have the three teams as talented as the New Day, the Usos, and the Bulgin Brothers, the fact the company simply threw them in for what was pretty much a short squash match was a real shame. WWE had promoted this being the Usos' first time on the main card for a WrestleMania event, and the brothers now probably wish they were back on the pre-show after the way they were treated. Number 9. Dream match falls flat. If you constantly say something is a dream match over and over again, then wrestling fans are rightfully going to get incredibly excited and have ridiculous expectations about said match's quality. That is the crucial mistake WWE made in promoting Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. WWE beat fans over the head with the fact that it was a dream match, despite putting zero effort into building any storyline between them until the match was over and Nakamura turned on Styles. Because fans had such high expectations, it's fair to say that it fell flat. With the crowd audibly quiet, the pair never seemed to kick it into the next gear that the match needed to go, and this particular dream match didn't provide the classic that fans had hoped for. Number 8. Cruiserweights pushed to one side. So WWE has spent several months attempting to rebuild the struggling Cruiserweight division, all leading to one huge match to crown a brand new Cruiserweight champion at WrestleMania 34. In what should have been a true showcase of what the division is capable of, that is exactly what it was. If you watched the pre-show, WWE built up the entire division with a long tournament that featured some of the very best WWE produced matches of 2018. Yet the climax of that was only seen by those who turned in early for the pre-show. If you want the WWE universe to really care about the division and the superstars that are within it, you have to showcase them as being on the same level as the main roster. Yet for a second year in a row, those under 205 pounds were banished to the pre-show, a major mistake. Number 7. NXT stole the weekend again. At this point, I'm not sure that we should be surprised that NXT stole a major wrestling weekend, because it was something that now happens on a consistent basis anytime WWE decides to put on a takeover event the night before a main roster show. But when it comes to WrestleMania, that should be the best show of the weekend, as the entire time is built around it, with certain storylines being placed for almost a year coming to its end. While Mania was certainly a good show, there is no doubt that NXT TakeOver New Orleans was the best show of the weekend. With the perfect blend of incredible wrestling and tremendous storyline, the show had everything that catered to different types of fans. Even though it's amazing to see just how bright the future is for WWE, no show should ever be upstaging WrestleMania. Number 6. Lack of surprise elements. One thing that WrestleMania is known for is its surprise moments, whether that's the return of the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania 33, or an appearance from a WWE Hall of Famer, or a celebrity getting involved from ringside. It's something that is expected. However, that's something that fans were not treated to this time around in New Orleans, and the show suffered from it. It's fun to have a nostalgic moment at WrestleMania, and sure, we got the Undertaker appearance, but there's no way he wasn't appearing after all that build. Just think how much fun it could have been to have some legends coming out during the Elias concert, or even just pop up backstage for a brief moment. Perhaps WWE just couldn't get hold of anyone or didn't want to extend the show any longer, but it certainly would have given it the special feel that Mania deserves. Number 5. The Undertaker vs John Cena. Can you imagine having a dream match between John Cena and The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and considering it to be something WWE got wrong? It's hard to believe because of how huge this match should have been, but there lies the problem. It should have been huge. For some reason, creative decided to go a strange route in storytelling for this match, not having The Undertaker show up until the final moment, which is fine, but the excitement you could have created by building a genuine feud would have been on another level. Another major issue with this match is the manner in which Cena found out Taker had arrived, with the WWE official running down to tell him. Does that really suit Undertaker's character? I just can't imagine him rocking up backstage and telling a referee to inform John Cena he has arrived. It was a mistake. Number 4. Reliance on part-time talent. Of course, WWE is always going to bring out certain part-time talents for WrestleMania. After all, the show has to appeal to so many different fans, and WWE wants to attract old fans back to the product. But they don't have to use so many of them. Not only did the main event of the entire show feature a part-time talent, but was won by one who many believe to be focusing more on UFC than WWE. But several other matches feature part-timers, which doesn't utilize the entire roster to its potential. When you have a healthy Samoa Joe sitting around missing out on his second WrestleMania, yet feel the need to throw The Undertaker out for a random 5-minute squash match, it does make you question how much WWE cares and trusts its regular roster to deliver. Number 3. Day, killing Rusev Day. It is always baffling how mad WWE seems to become when a wrestler manages to get themselves over organically, becoming a star and earning the company plenty of money in merchandise. It happened with Zack Ryder and is happening again with Rusev, and it's quite frankly ridiculous how anybody in WWE management looked at the United States Championship match and thought anyone other than Rusev winning was a good idea is beyond me. Sure, it gets heat on Jinder Mahal, but WWE had the chance to really push Rusev Day into something even bigger than it currently is, and the company totally dropped the ball. Number 2. Nicholas. Some people loved it, other people didn't, but the mystery partner element of Braun Strowman's tag team championship match was a complete and utter waste of time that served no purpose on the show other than to fill time. Strowman totally destroyed the entire Raw tag team division on his way to WrestleMania, and that made the only credible team in the division, the Bar, look ridiculous too, by squashing them in an incredibly dull match. The entire reason fans were excited for the bout in the first place was the speculation over who would be Strowman's partner. Perhaps it was going to be Samoa Joe or a returning Rey Mysterio. Anybody would have been better than what we got. All of that build for Nicholas to be plucked from the crowd and placed on the ring apron, only for them to relinquish the belts the next night. So much damage for so little payoff. Number 1. The main event. It seems like this is a consistent problem in recent years with WrestleMania events, with the company not being able to deliver a classic main event that it has done so many times before, meaning the show ends in an anticlimactic fashion. For a 4th straight year, Roman Reigns stepped into the final match of the night, and once again it was received incredibly poorly, with fans spending the majority of the time booing everything that happened or chanting "this is boring" all the way up until the shocking finish. But the fact WWE had to throw in so much blood and a finish that made zero sense to the story that has been told with Reigns for the past year, it just proves how little faith the company had in the match to begin with. Something that desperately needs to be fixed for WrestleMania 35.